Hey everyone, Lee Goldstein for 10-Minute Trades. We had some really good trades this week, so let's get right to it. For 8 years, we've been trading the ADP report. 8 years. That's a long time to be trading one report. So I feel really comfortable with it. Now don't forget, all the reports I'm going to show you today, it's possible to lose money. This is for educational purposes. However, we did trade most of these in our cash account, and many traders do still trade cash, believe it or not. There are a few people out there doing it. We actually had two setups for ADP. In the middle, we had a gold trap trade. That's where we expect a reversal. And on the left chart, we had a gold futures breakout trade. The breakout was definitely the better trade. We were also watching the ES all the way on the right, and that had a nice move as well. The gold futures, you could see they burst up, hit our first target, and then we had the opportunity to bring our stop all the way to safety and to trail for a bigger target than what we first expected. On the trap trade, we had to wait and wait and wait for a small profit. As it was such a negative report, it pushed the price of gold so high that gold really did not want to reverse on it. And it was a very difficult trap trade, but ultimately it did become profitable. So ADP, an excellent, excellent trade overall. The Canada rate statement tests out only as a trap trade, so let's see how that one did. It's a pretty small setup on the daily trade report, just tiers, orders of 18 ticks and 25 ticks. Not expecting a very big move. And in fact, we only got one order filled. It didn't even fill both. What's always fun about these trades is our testing said trade it. It went up and put us in the market short, just one of the tiers filled, and then it dropped down. And it wasn't that big of a winner, but it still was a nice little winner. And now that we know that it's worked 2 sessions in a row, what you do is you add extra contracts, especially on the first order. But you could see we were able to get our stop to safety, and then we just waited for the trade to either continue reversing or to change direction and take us out. It was a small profit. Eventually it took us out, but still it was definitely worth trading. So Canada's rate statement will trade it with more contracts next session. The ECB refi rate has also been a trade that hasn't been a giant winner, but again, testing said try the trap trade again. We expect a reversal when we do a trap trade. And the euro is the instrument that we're trading. It's an 8:15 event. You could see the price goes up. It fills us by hitting the target 1 tier. And let's see, did it hit both tiers or did it just start reversing after that? Started reversing right after that, and you could see we now have a good reversal, so we canceled the outer tier with the cancel button on the top of the chart, so we can move our stop to safety without the order being in the way. And then we were able to trail for a very nice winning trade on the ECB refi rate. And there you could see what happens. It winds up popping back up to catch you as you're trailing. But you're in safety making a profit when that happens, so you don't mind at all that the trade ends. ECB refi rate, another winner. I had very high hopes for Broadcom earnings. I had told members in the trade room that if there was one event that we wanted to look forward to that day, it was Broadcom's earnings. You could see the software puts the orders on the chart. The reason I felt that, by the way, is because all the testing was great and all the previous events were profitable except for 2 quarters ago, but it was just the bracket size that was too small. The move was good, so I was confident if we increased our bracket, we'd get an awesome move and a great trade. Exactly what happened. Everybody in the trade room who traded it made a ton of money. Some people made more than $1,000. We made about $550. Prop accounts were traded, cash accounts were traded. Broadcom is an absolute great one to trade. Let me show you some screenshots from members. Langford from Anguilla, $1,125 in his prop account. An awesome trade. You could see just a great trade on that. And then we got to today's big bomber, the NFP US jobs report. Again, We've had some great trades on this report. We've had some losers. It's been a 50-50 really, but it kind of owed us two great ones in a row. Last month was a good one. I figured today was going to be another good one. Members had bond setups. They had MNQ setups. The main setup though really was gold. 50 tick stop, which is a pretty big stop. I actually used a 100 tick stop, which saved a trade 3 months ago. It burst down. There was a little bit of a freeze on the chart, but nevertheless it burst, hit all our targets, popped back up. Total beautiful winner. Bonds were a winner. MNQ, you had to have the right size bracket, but most everyone made money in the room on this trade. Look at some of the screenshots. Francis in London didn't send us the money on his screen, but I talked to him. He made $200. Micros, that's an awesome trade. Trading micros. If you can make $200, that's a pretty darn big trade. Roz made $100 trading one contract on bonds. Not bad for a couple of seconds work. 30 minutes in the trade room. I'll take that every day. And then our screenshot was over $500, $550 on the trade. NFP, US Jobs. Been trading this for more than 8 years. An awesome trade. So folks, quite a nice selection of best trades of the week. Check out your email for a fantastic offer, www.gopro25.com. This will be the last trial for a while because we're going into something special next week. GoPro25.com, www, don't forget it. I'll see you in the trade room, everyone. Looking forward to it. Next week should be a great week. Take care, everyone. Lee Goldstein for 10 Minute Trades.